Ciao. Hello, all of my beautiful peoples. If you're tuning in, thank you for being here. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for all your constant love, support, um, energy, tune ins, your comments. I appreciate it all. So, guys, I apologize for being just a teeny bit late. You wouldn't expect there to be a crazy lighting situation in the middle of the day. Anyways, today we are speaking about, today we're going to tune in to the energy of the full moon that just happened, which was in the sign of Virgo. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're also going to tune in to the spring equinox, the vernal equinox, as people in the northern hemisphere know it. People in the southern hemisphere, where I live, it's actually the autumnal equinox, but it's the equinox nonetheless. And this is pretty much means this is the day where the day and the night is equal in time, in daylight, regardless where you are on the planet, which is beautiful. So, guys, let's talk first about the full moon since it just passed. Like I said, I know I'm a little bit late, a couple of days for that. And I really wanted to do the tune in now for the equinox because it's really powerful energy. And since I am practicing and tuning in to astrological transits and stuff like that, I like you guys to know big things like this, right? So the equinox is not only like the spring, the beginning of this new phase. It's the beginning of the new astrological calendar, which is super amazing, right? So we're basically entering Aries season. Wow, Aries season, cool. Um, and Aries is all about it's the first sign in the zodiac, right? And so what this means is it's our self. It's ourself and it's our ego. This is what we're dealing with. So when we look at the full moon is about culmination. It's about completion of things, coming to a point where things are now, certain things are ending and new things are ready to begin, right? It's like the end of an old phase, the entering of a new phase, which is super beautiful, right? So, how can we use or how can we best integrate this energy in order to be able to assist us, right? In moving and transitioning through all of these transits. Um, we can do beautiful things by I mean, you can still, this the full moon energy is about 3 days prior and after. So you can still write like a manifesto, you can still write something letting go. The full moon is a great time to let go of things, whereas a new moon is a great time to call in things, right? To manifest things in. But since the full moon is a completion point, it's a good time to recognize what has already passed and to also put some things into process that we're wanting to start as well, which is super good, right? So it doesn't matter if it's full moon or new moon, it's still good practice. Light a candle, do some journaling, write some promptings, what we're letting go of, what's no longer serving us, and what we're calling in. So this full moon just happened in the sign of Virgo. All right. This is really beautiful. Since we're in this spring sign, since we're in Virgo, Virgo is an earth sign. So it's all about grounding out into earth, earthly matters, our physical being, right? So you're going to want to see a lot of things kind of changing, kind of clearing out different things, right? So whether it's decluttering your home, your body, doing like a physical cleanse on your body, I've been really cautious about cautious, ish, interesting. Words have power. Conscious about what I'm intaking, and not just on a energetic level, not just on a eating level, but also from other people, from any type of shows, movies, anything like this, right? All of this is so important. Uh, so make sure now is the best time with this energy that's just happening with this Virgo full moon. Virgo is all about like getting things in order, right? So whether you're cleaning out your closet, whether you're just like getting rid of some stuff, donating some stuff, whether you're cleaning out your physical system, whatever it is, this is really the most opportune time to do this. A lot of you guys probably have heard of spring cleaning. This is the exact energy that we're in right now. So make sure you do it not just in the physical realm, even though Virgo is a physical thing. Make sure you do mind, body, and soul work, right? Because this is a really potent, powerful time to actually be able to tune in and change and charge up these things, which is really what is most useful, most pertinent to us. What else are you going to be tuning into? Okay, you guys might feel a lot more drawn to like what's going on dietarily wise, what you're eating. You might be changing eating habits. Right now is a great time to eat more seasonally, right? Like eat more fruits, eat more fresh things that are coming out, because everything's coming out, it's fresh, right? And that's what this is, the fresh energy, fresh in our body, in our being, in our surroundings, right? um so pay attention to that, pay attention, like maybe keep a journal. Also, you're probably going to be having, you probably have been already having for the past week or two, very vivid dreams. I've been noticing very vivid dreams. And when you have dreams, if something good or something bad happens in the dream, you guys, it's really important to remember, um, it's our subconscious speaking to us. So it's not an actual physical representation. The representation of these things is like, like let's say, like someone was sharing with me, they're going back as an adult, but like with friends that they were kids with, like going to school on a bus, right? And something happened, someone got shot or something happened, right? But nobody died. It wasn't bad, but it was like really intense, like scary. And when I was explaining this to my friend, I was explaining basically like we're going back, like what you're seeing is people that you grew up with. So you're basically processing through, you're learning new things, you're programming in new programs from what programs were set at that time. So now we're processing new. That's why you're seeing yourself as a full grown self, but visualizing these things like learning, going to school, these people at from a certain age, because we're learning new things. We're integrating new things as a collective generally. And I want to say, you guys, it's really as a collective conscious, we have a very um, potent job that we're participating in right now. If you are incarnated right now, you are magical, you are powerful, and you are meant to be here to make a difference, to do something, and to really push these energies through. Um, I want to send a lot of love out to everything that's going on in Ukraine and everything like this. And I also want to bring to attention, you guys, that the reason why these things are happening is still because we are collectively co-creating these things. So whether it's you or me or other people that are still in this fearful or negative or scared space, it is still that prominent and that strong in the collective. So let's do our best, and I've seen a lot of people doing really beautiful things, donating and contributing and things like this. So let's do our best to put out a lot more love. That way we can shift, because love has a higher vibrational frequency than any fear, than any hate, than anything. That it's like so low on the scale, you guys. Like love is so high. We have the ability to literally emanate like outwards, like, and affect others around us in a very positive way. So stay positive, stay full of love. And if you feel like you don't want to participate with people, or you're getting into a space of having had enough or something like this, that's okay. It's okay. Now is all about us coming back in to connection with ourselves, our physical selves, right? That's the Venus full moon. And that is the astrological transit now that we're coming into Aries. So happy birthday to all of my Pisces out there. You guys just had a birthday, and that's amazing. We've been in this super dreamy energy of Pisces. So you guys may have been thinking like, what's coming next? What I want to do? Thinking about like really wild things and thinking this is not capable or whatever. Keep pushing those, keep pushing those wild thoughts, those wild dreams, all of this, because actually it does have the capacity to manifest right now more than ever before. Now that we're moving into Aries, happy birthday to all of my lovely Aries viewers out there. If you're a Pisces or an Aries or whatever your sign is, drop it in the comments below so we know, yeah? But happy birthday to my Aries. So like I was saying before, Aries is actually a fire sign. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, of the astrological chart, right? And as an Aries would say, this is beautiful, right? We're first. Yeah, you guys are first, but you guys are also the babies of the zodiac, okay? So as the babies of the zodiac, we're learning how to be ourselves, be in our body, right? Um, Deal with our ego, right? Find the balance between our ego, between our physical and our spiritual self. Aries is also about being a fire sign. It's also about kind of lighting a fire under your ass, like making movement, making things happen, you guys. And that is really beautiful because now we're going to start feeling where we felt like this dreamy, floaty, like we don't know what's going on, kind of like surrender to the journey energy that we've been feeling the past month or so. In Pisces, we're now going to start feeling this push, like I'm ready, I'm ready for the business. I'm ready for the switch. I'm ready for the change. A lot of you guys may still be moving. Some of you guys may have moved. I'm still in the process. But you will see a lot of things shifting and changing. And that is what is going on right now. So make sure you take this time to really sit down and focus and hone into the things that bring you joy, that bring you beauty, that inspire you, right? Into your passions, right? Your passions, not what you think is going to sell to everybody else, not what you think is going to make other people happy. You, right? Aries is a very I, me, mine centered sign. So be in this state. You don't have to be selfish to be self-focused. So remember, there's a difference there, you guys. Because I have a lot of beautiful Aries friends. I love you all, but I know you all. So anyways, you guys, so let's talk a little bit about the equinox real quick, and then I will get to the live Q&A. If anybody has any questions, drop them in here. If you're a subscriber, you can drop them in the comment over here. I will say hello. And I will pull a card for you and get you a direct answer to your question if you have any. Okay, guys? So last but first, the equinox, you guys, this is so beautiful. So the equinox is about spring. It's about new things coming in, about the birth of new things, right? And equinoxes have been honored in many different types of religions, traditions, and all around the world. And why is this so important? It's like the birthing point. It's the birthing point of the astrological new year, of the zodiac. It's the birthing point of the sun coming back, having longer days, having more sunshine, less darkness. It's definitely like where a lot of small animals, things like flowers start blooming, more plants, more fruits, more things are now coming out, not the long, like rooted winter type vegetables, but like actually like more things are blooming, more things are coming manifest. I am hearing my guides say some people may be getting pregnant or having babies soon. That's congratulations to whoever that might be, collectively speaking. But also it's not just about physically birthing something, like the Empress card talks about. It's actually about birthing our new ideas, birthing our new lives, our new beings. And with Venus, even though Venus is represented with the High Priestess card, or the Empress card, not the High Priestess, with the Empress card, let me see if I can find it real quick. It is really about conceiving new ideas, not just like conceiving a child, right? It's like conceiving an idea. And that's what's so beautiful about it, right? It's really our thoughts are playing a really huge role right now. Of course, our actions follow our thoughts, but make sure that your thoughts are pure. And if you have, my guides are saying, if you have bad or negative thoughts about others, about anyone else, remove yourself. Go into a meditative state, remove yourself, because this is not helping the collective, right? This is, in fact, endangering the collective energy. So, yes, I know sometimes it's hard to just like cut people off or say, like I'm done dealing with this, but if someone's being too abrasive or something's going on like that, then what, just step back, just be like, what, I need my space. I'll talk to you when I can after I'm done, after you feel centered and grounded and all of these things, right? Then you can come back to that and deal with it. Don't just blow it off for sure forever. That's not the solution, but definitely step away. I'm hearing them say, step away, step away, step away. Yeah, definitely step away from any energies that are making you feel uneasy, right? Where normally we would face and push forward, especially in Aries energy. In this energy, just focus on what is bringing you joy, what is bringing you happiness, and kind of step away from a little bit of fiery or feisty mentality that the Aries has. So blooming, birthing, she's holding this beautiful new flower. There's pomegranates. There's all these beautiful things, right? So it's about the conception of whatever we would like, of our wildest dreams, of our wishes. So remember, with this new beginning, with this new start, with this vernal equinox or autumnal equinox or whatever, just equinox, please take advantage of it, you guys, and use it to start some things fresh, change some things out, maybe give some things away, clear some things out, get rid of some things, and allow it to kind of freshly flow. Thank you, Zazel. I'm glad you are resonating. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to start the tarot part of the session. I'm going to pull some cards for the collective. Zazel, if you or anybody else, if you guys have a question, I would love to pull a card for you and give you an answer. Sometimes there's something we're seeking a little bit of clarity on, and sometimes it's nice just to have like a confirmation or a tune in. I know I do it a lot of times for a lot of people, and it brings them so much. They go from being in this like state of not knowing to feeling so good. My friend last week wasn't eating, and I go and I help her, and we pull some cards, and all of a sudden, then she wants to cook, then she wants to eat, then she wants to do all these things. It's like one of her favorite pastimes. So what I will do, I think we're going to use the good tarot. We're going to start with called Keeper Light. So it's basically like a bunch of different deities, and I like to call beautiful. This energy is so awesome, and I like to call on source, creator, universe, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, aliens, whoever our guides are, whether they're yours or mine, collectively, whoever is coming in, asking for their blessings, for true high blessings of love and light, for this information to come through. And how beautiful is this, you guys? Gaia, the earth connection. So a lot of you guys also might be feeling right now, especially with this Virgo full moon energy and this equinox energy, you might be feel called to more holistic things, more herbal things, like creating tinctures, just things that are more organic, things that are coming from the earth. We're going to be tuning into finding that all of our healing and everything is coming from ourselves when we connect into the earth, when we ground in, when we root in, and also when we're dealing with natural things from the earth. We're going to find a lot of this. And the past week, I've been working on different sprays, like after sunburn sprays, like bug sprays, certain types of scrubs, using all organic things, just because it's nice, because the weather is changing and everything's changing, just energetically on a collective level. So Gaia, be mindful of the planet, come back to earth, remember to stay grounded. So you guys will feel this energy a lot. I had to remember, my beautiful friend Chansey asked me to hold the cards up longer because they're so beautiful and she loves to see them. Beautiful flower of life behind her. So yeah, our connection to earth is very strong, is very powerful right now. And this is the energy that we're in with this Virgo full moon energy and all of this. So super beautiful, guys. So let's pull, I think I'm going to pull a couple oracles. Normally I like to do a few oracles first as an overall energy, and then I do tarot. Yeah. Okay, so thank you, universe, source, creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, for beautiful, honest, true, loving answers for the collective regarding this equinox and full moon. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Satu lagi, permisi. This means one, please. One more, please. And wherever you are in the world, thanks for tuning in. I'm out here on the beautiful island of the gods, Bali, Indonesia. As you can see, it's daytime here. I know sun's probably going down if you're in Cali, or on that side of the world. So the first card that comes out is time to go. Okay. And 45 is the energy of 9. Numerologically, the energy of 9 is significant of endings, right? Completions of cycles. So how beautiful that this is in alignment. The first card that pops out with the full moon in Virgo. And then, of course, time to go. So what I feel, we're moving out of these old patternings, right? We're moving out of these old things and we're moving into new things. And as I was speaking earlier in the video, which you'll be able to tune back into after the live is finished, is it's time to let go of things, right? It's time to cleaning and clearing, like mind, body, soul, energetically, physically. Like what happens is things get stagnant. Everything holds an energy, right? We're all atoms, we're all molecules. So everything is holding an energy into it. And if it's been in the same place for a long time, it's stagnant. Even if you just moving things around, like move a cabinet or a fridge or a stove or whatever, move it around, sweep and mop behind it, just move it, move the energy, clear it out, even if it's little things like that. I mean, if you have the capacity to rearrange or kind of change things a little bit, how they're set up in your house, or things that are in closets, even like taking them out and changing the color organization or anything like this, it's really, really going to help right now. Okay, guys. The second card that came out is peace. Okay. So we are changing. This is the energy of 23, which equals out to a 5. 5 is the indefinite number of change. So we're changing. We are changing collectively. Like I said, we're co-creating this collectively, and we are changing things on a different level, you guys. So what are we changing? Look at this. This is so beautiful. This is like a dove bringing in this little peace offering, right? This like olive branch, this new egg. So we're birthing, we're conceptualizing collectively this peace, like world peace, like peace within ourselves, peace within the world. So keep pushing that energy, you guys, because it will actually come through. It is changing. This is indefinite change. 5 is indefinite change. It will happen. It will happen faster when we are more participatory in it, for sure. But it's happening regardless. That's what the 5 means. And then we have by the book. This is 11. So this is a master number. So we are calling this in as partnership. We are doing it. We are following we are following the rules, but I'm also hearing my guides say that we are rewriting the rules. So if you are, like I'm originally from the States, if you are from the States or something like that, what you guys are going to see is a lot of shifting, a lot of bringing up like paperwork, constitutional, like our actual rights. You're going to see this in many different places in the world, but I know it's really, really happening in the States right now. And what is this about? By the book, it's like we really need to know our rights, and we really need to know that we, as the people, as the collective conscious in general, we are creating the narrative that is playing out. So make sure whatever's playing out in your head, whatever's playing out in your day, whatever you're watching on TV, any of these things, right? Make sure your narrative is the way that you wish the narrative to be, because it really does have a very impactful energy that ripples out. Okay, let's see. We have a question here. You're in the creation of a podcast. What can you put into place now regarding planification to help me move forward in the process? Okay. So I'm going to pull, seeing which, I have so many decks here. Which one is calling? Okay. I'm going to use this one. I believe this one is called the Light Seers Tarot. Okay, so okay, wow, okay. So okay, so Zazel, to answer your question, first you have, I'm going to actually pull 5 because there's 4 cards that popped up. I'm going to ask for one more. Okay, so the first card that comes out is the Knight of Wands, right? And what the Knight of Wands is talking about basically is like this passion, right? The Knights are action oriented. They're action oriented towards their passion. So you're doing that. In the process of doing it, you're actually putting in a lot of effort, a lot of action towards it, right? You're literally so then we have the Knight of Swords. So this is words or actions. So you're putting in a lot of action. You're speaking a lot. Maybe you're already recording, or you've already if you haven't already created different topics that you want to work through that you're going to record, work on doing this. You do know that it takes a lot of work, but maybe don't play this narrative in your head so much, right? The Nine of Wands is very like a wounded warrior. So don't, best not to, I can't really say don't, right? It's, you got to do your own thing. Best not to worry about all of the things that have created like a blockage or a holdup or have prevented the forward momentum of the project, right? Don't focus too much on this. Focus on the passion, right? See this light at the top of her wand? Don't be too guarded. Don't be too pessimistic. Follow the light. Like if you look at the first card, the fire is coming from the drum. She is creating the beat of her own drum. So you are what can help you move more forward is to stay in your heart space, to stay focused on that. It brings you passion, that it brings you love, that it's igniting your soul, what you're sharing. Because when we get too caught up in the earthly, what do you call it? Like the earthly things, right? Like the physical things, especially because we're going into, because we're entering Aries season. It's like we have to get it done, physical, get it done, right? So because of this, make sure you stay in the state of your passion, right? And you have the Ace of Wands. And aces they're representing a new beginning, a new start, this new offering coming in. And if you really stay, see how this fire is connected to the third eye? If you really stay in the space of what is my passion, right? And they're telling me like bow, be prayerful and bow, right? Because the reason why we put our hands here and bow is so our head, so our mind is below our heart space. So it is equal with our heart space. That way, our passion, our fire, our flame, our emotional space, our soul space is not below our head space. Yeah. So make sure to do that. And what it will do by you staying in, that is your next step forward. Is sometimes we get like this, like I'm like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have all these things I have to do by this certain amount of time. And then what happens is I basically cock block myself and things happening because I'm so focused on pushing it forward that I'm not allowing, right, the Venus full moon energy, even though we're in the Aries energy, even though we're in this Mars and Venus energy, is about asking for it, knowing what we want, and then allowing to receive it, right? We're having this huge balance and struggle of the masculine and the feminine right now because Mars and Venus are going on right now. So this is a lot of what's happening. So ask, know, like have the conviction, the fire, the conviction within yourself that this is what you're supposed to be doing. And then allow the promptings to come, maybe sit and meditate and allow the prompting to come, like creating the different promptings of what you're going to speak about or who you're going to invite on, right? And yeah, the Hierophant, so beautiful. Look at, I don't know if you can see this. So beautiful. See him laughing, see him in this meditative state. And again, 5, you will change from this physical being state and be able to actually move into this teacher-like state, right? The Hierophant is very knowledgeable. He's basically the masculine pair to the high priestess, right? So this is someone very knowledgeable, very well learned, all of this stuff. So yeah, cool. I'm glad. Yeah, not too many. I'm like, there's only a couple of you tuned in. So I'm happy to, I'm totally happy to pull a couple cards. I'm glad because sometimes we what's happening, right? This Aries energy coming in hot, literally like, I have to get this done. Yeah, we're getting things done and things are moving forward, but trust that it's coming. Trust that we're doing the right thing and that it's moving forward. Don't stay in a state of fear or negativity, right? Yes, Lindsay, definitely feeling the declutter and refreshing of the energy. Yes, it's what's happening, and yeah, honor that space, and really do it in all senses. Like I said, do it in but body sense, dietary sense, mind sense, spiritual sense. Doing the beautiful workshop with Jules is so amazing. Just a lot of clearing coming out and really feeling that, and I love it. And a lot of cleaning and clearing as moving into a new space and changing all the energies. Okay, let's get a few cards. Let's get a little tarot spread for the collective as far as the energy going on right now. Please and thank you. Look at how beautiful the Empress energy. Again, I was talking about it earlier. The Empress. Oh, the Emperor. I was like, oh, that lion reminds me of the Emperor. The Emperor. That's very interesting. So what I'm going to say is because words are very powerful, especially in channeling. And the fact that I want to start with the Empress and the Emperor is the first card that comes out. There will be a lot of connection, a lot of people coming together, a lot of divine unions kind of culminating, which is super beautiful, especially with this Mars and Venus energy. So the Emperor, you guys, as you notice, this is the energy of 4. The Emperor is all about the structure, the way that we're creating the structure, right? We don't want to build a new house on a broken down foundation. And the 4 is basically like the 4 pillars, the structure that holds everything together. And the Emperor, this is actually Aries, the card of Aries. The Emperor is really about the structure, how we're really creating this structure, the structural energy, you guys. And it's super beautiful. So what is the structure we're creating? What is it that we're calling in? Transformation. This is beautiful. I believe, so this is the good tarot. I believe this is the same as the death and rebirth card. This is the card. This is my card. This card is Scorpio. And it's the energy, if you look, it's the energy of 13, which again is the energy of 4. So we are, 4 is about the structure, the foundation, forward movement, about being on your path and trusting that you're on your path. Wow, this one's really coming out. And really connecting to your soul's path. The Queen of Water. This is the Queen of Cups. So cups are all about soul or emotion, you guys. So we're really calling in. We're really getting in tune with our intuition, with our soul's calling, with our emotional state, and not being over emotional. Just being able to feel into that. You know, it's like we're feeling for what's going on in the world. We're feeling when people hurt, and we're feeling it. That's why all these things are happening in the collective right now, is because we're feeling it. As a world, we're beginning to get more in tune with everything going on around us, even if it's on the other side of the world. Okay. The Nine of Air. So this is the Nine of Swords, but in this deck, must be why they wanted me to use this deck. In this deck, you'll notice that she is literally spreading her wings and soaring. She is flying above all of these things. So really what I feel for a lot of the collective right now, you guys, is we're getting out of these mind fucks, right? We're getting out of these mind funks, these things where we're really like, you know, thinking too much on things, like overthinking things or wondering how it's going to play out. We have to trust, right? This is what intuition is. This is what faith is. This is what spirituality is trusting in the process. We ask for something and we trust in the process that we are actually calling it in. We're manifesting it in. And it's super important, you guys. The King of Fire. Again, this is like a Sagittarius or an Aries energy. So this is knowing. If you look, see how his heart is on fire and his head is like the sun. Yeah, the kings are really about, they know exactly what they want, right? They know where the passion is. They know where the heart is. They know the action or the energy that is going to be required to be taken, right? What is happening as far as transformation is going, and how we're going to make that come forward. The Eight of Earth. So the Eight of Pentacles, super beautiful. This is a card. Eights are all about abundance, but the abundance, you guys, comes from the work that we put in, right? The knowledge, the work. You see, I don't know if you can see these little elves. Let's see if I can. Super cool. I love this deck. Let me see. See little elves? Yeah. And in the process of us doing this work, what it wants us to know is that we actually do have assistance. You know, we don't have to stand on our own. What we're doing, the work that we're putting in, is branching out. We're creating something bigger than us, to be heard. See this cello? To be heard, to resonate outwards, to be heard farther than us. And that's super beautiful. And it starts with being in tune with our intuition, with our emotional state, and being able to follow this joy, being able to follow this passion actively, right? Okay. Just a few more. I normally do 9 cards for the tarot. 7 of Earth. So, wow. Yeah, we're looking to the magical realms. So 7 is all about like luck and industriousness. I don't know if you can see, she's looking to this beautiful fairy. And if you can see on her head, there's all these wings. So this is about taking physical things, right? Because Earth is physical matters, making them, manifesting them with our thoughts and turning them into these mental ideas, these mental capacities. So what I can say with this is what we're creating, guys, the structure that we're creating, this new foundation that we're laying, really has to do with how we think we can create it, right? How as wild as we can believe something to be, as beautiful or as big as we can dream it to be, do it. 100% do it. Beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune. So this is all about things turning in our favor when we do these things, when we put in the work, when we follow our passion, when we're ignited with our soul. We follow this. We follow this, right? And the Wheel of Fate, the Wheel of Fortune tips in our favor. Look at all these beautiful. These cards have so much going on. The sun is changing, so it's a little hard to see. One more card, please. Whoop. The Nine of Earth. So how cool. We have the 7, 8, and 9 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the 2 of Earth. It's so weird. Like, my guides. So 9 is about completion of a process. Not sure why they're telling me these different things when I'm looking, but it's okay. Make sure when you're seeing things, if you're hearing inner promptings or feeling things inner, don't ignore them. Like, speak it out loud and actually like process it for a second, digest it a little bit, because it's meant to give you. It's always the universe, your guides, whoever, your angels, whoever you call it, whoever you call them, whoever you call on. It's always them tuning in and giving us this energy, right? And helping us balance out this energy. This is actually the 2, which is interesting because I see 2 2s up here and 3 1s. So this is really about ultimately finding our balance, you guys, which is super beautiful. And wants me to pull, I'm going to pull just a couple. What are you trying to tell us? Tell us, tell us, tell us. Please and thank you. Yeah, so sometimes they just really are, pick up this deck, pick up this deck. So you guys, we've been holding on to something for a really long time, right? The Hangman, and this is also the Piscean energy. So old things that we have been holding on to, old ways that have been happening for so long that we've been holding on to. This is really being prominent, right? Speaking up on our behalf. What are we needing to do? We're needing to balance out. We're needing to balance out the physical and the spiritual side, right? We're being called in. The Venus is calling in to balance out, to have this, to temperance, right? To temperament this this energy, right? To temperament the soul. See how he's doing the soul or the emotion? He's pouring water from one cup to another, but he's standing grounded in earth. So be sure. And again, the Hangman, this is a card of Pisces. Temperance is the card of Sagittarius. So be sure that you're holding on to that which you need to hold on to, but letting go of that which you need to let go of, right? So yeah, find the balance. Hold on to what you need to and let go of what you need to, because there's a lot of energy of both happening right now. And again, we have the 7. Oh, it was the 7 of Earth before. We have the 7 of Cups. So we ultimately have the ability to make the decisions that we want. How do we want them? Do we want them to fly and swim free, like here, like this mermaid in this card? Or do we want them to bog down our sense of being? Do we want them to make us question ourselves? No, I don't think so. Do we want them to make us question things that we're doing? No, we want to be able to trust. We want to be able to go with the flow, to swim like these fishes, to, if you hold it back far, they look like birds. If you hold it up close, they look like fish, right? And the Fool. Wow, how beautiful, you guys. So the Fool is all about taking that leap of faith, making the transition, making the leap forward, trusting yourself, trusting your faith, trusting in general, right? The Fool is about saying, I don't know what's coming next, but I know that I have to open this door, or I know that I have to turn right, or I know that I have to call this person. And, what do you find when you turn right? You find like a beautiful little market, or when you go here, you run into one of your friends, or when you call somebody, like somebody was really down and they really just needed somebody that moment. So remember, when you hear these promptings, like even if you're not hearing voices in your head, not like schizophrenic, you guys, but when you see like numbers, signals, signs, colors, and it brings something up for you, like it reminds you of somebody or something, you know, pay attention to that. If you feel a prompting like, I want to eat some watermelon or this or that, like if you really feel it, then please listen to it, because that's what they're asking. The more we listen and the more we pay attention, the more signs and the more energy that they will push forward to us to be able to receive. And the more clarity, like Zaza, Lindsay, everybody, that we'll be able to receive, right? Because we are listening, we're paying attention, we're trusting in it. And that's really what has to happen. That's really where we're at right now as a collective. So, as always, guys, infinite gratitude, love, and light. Remember, if you haven't liked or subscribed, please do so. It helps small creators like me to spread out to more people, right? For more people to catch on. And all of the information I will post. I will post later today, because I think I have to wait for the video to upload before I can reprocess. I will post all the information about scheduling private or personal readings or any type of energetic work, things that you guys want. All the information will be in the information box below. You might just have to wait an hour, okay? As always, infinite blessings. You're very welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in, and share if you feel called to share with other people, because I know it really does help when we feel like we're not alone in these things that we're experiencing. And tune in, figure out if you guys find some cool herbal teas, tinctures, anything, drop it down below. Share the love with everybody. Okay. Blessings. Ciao for meow. I'm Zoe.